Have you ever questioned whether a single phrase, repeated with intention, could shield you from harm? Could a mantra be more than spiritual poetry? Could it be a force of absolute protection? Welcome back to the channel. I'm deeply grateful that you've joined me again for a journey into one of the most powerful and mysterious teachings in the Buddhist tradition, the Shurangama mantra. It's a practice revered by many, misunderstood by most, and underestimated by almost everyone who has never truly committed to it. Today, we are going to peel back the layers of history, mysticism, and modern relevance of this profound invocation. At the heart of the Shurangama Sutra lies this mantra, often described as a spiritual fortress, a sacred vibration that transcends time, language, and even intention. It's not just words, it's a frequency, a spiritual code embedded into the very architecture of the universe. Master after master has confirmed its protective power. From ancient monasticus in India to modern Chan monks in East Asia, the testimony is the same. This mantra is more than a chant. It is a gate, a shield, a mirror, a sword. But let's begin at the beginning, with a crisis. The Shurangama Sutra emerged during a time of deep doctrinal confusion. Even among the Sangha, moral corruption had taken root. Lust, ego, and worldly desire threatened to pollute the purity of practice. And in that moment, the Buddha unveiled a teaching that was not only precise in wisdom, but immeasurable in power. The mantra, which forms part of the opening and closing structure of the sutra, was described as a net capturing illusions, dispelling darkness, restoring light. It was said that those who recite it, with faith and consistency, will not fall into demonic paths or hellish states. Does this sound like superstition? Perhaps, but let us explore deeper with a critical yet open heart. In the story of Master Xuan Hua, one of the 20th century's most prominent propagators of the Shurangama Sutra, the mantra was central. He instructed his disciples to recite it daily, not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. He once said, "If the Shurangama mantra disappears from the world, the Dharma will vanish shortly after." That is no small statement. Why would a single mantra hold such weight? Because it is more than words. It's structure, order, intelligence. It mirrors the mind of enlightenment itself. To recite it is to align with the cosmic Dharma. Let's talk about real experiences. In one temple, a young novice fell ill with an unexplained fever. Doctors were baffled. Monks gathered. The abbot, an elder well-versed in mantra recitation, sat by the boy and chanted the Shurangama mantra through the night. By dawn, the fever broke. Days later, the boy walked again. Coincidence, perhaps. But this is one of thousands of similar stories. A woman once described how she escaped a violent car crash with barely a scratch. Moments before impact, she had instinctively begun reciting the mantra, a practice she had learned in childhood, abandoned for decades, and remembered only in panic. She said it was like something surrounded her, slowed time, and moved her out of harm's way. Is this proof? Oh, but it's experience. And experience is the bridge between belief and understanding. What makes the Shurangama mantra different from other chants? Length, complexity, mystery. It is one of the longest mantras in the Mahayana tradition, running in 2 pages, and that's precisely why it's powerful. It's not designed for casual use. It's a training ground, a temple, a labyrinth. Each phrase, each sound, each vibration cuts through delusion. Reciting it is like climbing a sacred mountain. You won't reach the top on the first day, but each step lifts you above the clouds of confusion. Now let's address modern doubts. We live in an age where attention spans are short and faith is conditional. Many people ask, why should I spend 30 minutes reciting something I don't understand? The answer is simple. Because the mind that seeks only understanding was already limited itself. There are things beyond intellectual grasp. When you recite this mantra, you're not trying to decode it. You're tuning your spirit. You're disciplining your breath. You're aligning your nervous system with a sacred architecture. It's not about control. It's about surrender. Let's now speak to the invisible dimension. Many Buddhist masters affirm that demonic forces, energies of chaos, deception, and delusion gather where there is spiritual negligence, not because they are evil, but because they are attracted to imbalance. The Shurangama mantra is like spiritual fire. It burns illusion. It repels manipulation. It seals the doorways that led downward. If you've ever had a nightmare that felt more real than dreams should be, you may have brushed against this dimension. If you've ever sensed emotional heaviness in a space, that's a glimpse. The mantra isn't just spiritual self-help, it's a fortress. And it is available to everyone. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be a monk. You just need to show up with voice, breath, and sincerity. And slowly, a transformation begins. You'll notice fewer mental disturbances, less anger, more clarity, more synchronicity. You may not even realize it, but like water carving stone, the mantra etches peace into your being. So why does it matter now? Because the world is full of noise, because fear is viral, because confusion is profitable, because suffering is common, but protection is rare. And the Shurangama mantra is protection not from life, but for life. Not to escape pain, but to meet it with strength. Not to avoid darkness, but to shine through it. You may begin with uncertainty, but if you continue, you'll touch something unshakable. A power older than religion. A truth deeper than doctrine. The clarity of mind, the stillness of heart. The freedom of being that no disaster can touch. Thank you for watching this video. If this message gave you a sense of peace or curiosity, please subscribe. Share your experience with sacred chanting in the comments, and join our next journey into the wisdom teachings. Until then, may your practice be strong and your path be light.